And we are back on this Thursday morning. Special guest with me this morning. Gina, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right. Now, Gina is completely comfortable with this interview. All right. Tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a mom. I'm a wife, a mom of 4 children. Dakota, he was 27 last year. He would have been 28 this year. Paris, she's 24. She works at Huntsville Hospital in NICU.
All right.
Avery, he's 19. He goes to Calhoun and is working. And Ireland goes to Madison Academy, and she's 15.
All right.
So that's all my children.
There are all the children right there. Now, you're up here today to talk about suicide awareness.
Yes.
Now, Dakota is your son. He would have been, like you said, 28 years old.
Yes.
At age 27, he committed suicide.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about that day.
Okay. He came to my work that day. I'm a nurse at a hospital, and he came to see me. He was talking to me. I wanted you to know signs and symptoms because he gave me his phone. That's a sign now that, you know, if I could have went back, all the signs that now.
Now, he came to you and he said, I won't need my phone anymore.
He said,
Here, Mom, keep it.
Right. He said, keep it. And I was like, I don't know what you're doing. You know, he said, yeah, just throw it in a dumpster on your way home today. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I set it to the side. And then he was like, can you take me to the bus stop? And I said, where are you going? Because I'd have to look it up. Where are you going? He said, I don't know where I'm going to go. He said, I don't have anywhere to go. Him and his girlfriend were breaking up. He just kept saying that. She's probably seeing somebody else, you know. We've been together 4 years, and we're breaking up, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And
now, parents could probably hear that all the time.
I know.
And not think anything of it.
Right. And I research everything now. One question you can ask, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years? If you have a problem answering that question, you know, it's long-term questions. If you know, it's just doing checkups on everyone. And I'm not just saying just your children, but checkup on people just in general.
Depression seems to be huge these days.
Very.
So many people suffer from depression.
So many people suffer from. My son, I made these shirts, and I'll go back and talk about these, but my son had depression. He drank. He's done drugs before, and that's another thing, that if you do drugs,
alters your thoughts.
It alters your thinking. It stays with you. You lose brain cells, and
you've developed these shirts. Now, this shirt that you have on right now, it says, do you suffer with depression, alcohol, drug abuse, loneliness, stress, relationship problems, unemployment, mental illness, anxiety, financial problems, or terminal illness? You have 4 different shirts.
You are not alone.
And you are not alone is on the back. And your goal this month and always is for everyone to get a T-shirt. Are you selling these T-shirts?
I do sell them for $10. Now, to begin with, though, I just had some printed up for me and the children. And if you'll follow Missing Dakota on Instagram or Facebook's From Darkness into Light. I'll tell you, I tell daily stories on there, and I tell it like it is. Like, I tell what I'm going through that day, or, you know, what you should look for. Good days, bad days. You hear it all on those days. And people take their picture with their shirt on, they tell me their story, and they share their story with others.
Awesome.
So that's, yeah.
There's 4 different shirts.
Yeah.
Some have different items on them. That one's hope. You said on the back of this one right here, it says every 41 seconds someone is left to make sense of it.
That is true. In 2018, worldwide, 1 million people will commit suicide. It's every 40 seconds somebody commits suicide in the world. In the USA, it's every 12 minutes, but just worldwide. And I have people come up to me that wear these shirts, and that's my goal. Somebody came up just the other day, and they were in line somewhere, and they were reading the back of this shirt, and she said, can I read the front of your shirt? And she read it, and she goes, oh, my goodness, my grandfather committed suicide. And, you know, I'm so glad you're wearing that shirt to make awareness of it, and that's my goal. I have people that reach out and just want to talk, and I'm thankful that they're reaching out to somebody.
Looking back on that day, was that the first sign? Or looking back, do you notice that there were more than just that one day that he came to you?
Well, mental illness and drugs. My son actually had we went to Emmanuel Baptist Church. He was baptized. He did all that then when you get older and get out on your own, you decide which path you're going to go.
Right.
He did choose a path of drugs and alcohol, which he fought, and he really did. He had just, December of 2016, he followed T.D. Jakes and the Potter's house at Fort Worth, Texas. So he put his stuff in storage, and him and his girlfriend moved out there, and they came here to visit, and that's when that happened, when they came back here. So the what-ifs will eat me alive for the rest of my life.
You can't go there.
If I would have done this. And everybody I know does that, you know. If I would have sent him to a different school, if I had, and that just...
Human nature. And when you think like that, you just have to tell yourself, stop, stop, stop.
Right.
And that could be with anything, not just suicide, any
Right.
difficulty that you're going through.
But I just want people to know there are people out there like me that I go to 3 groups. I go to one in Florence every second Sunday of the month. I go to Madison at the Crisis Center 2 Mondays a month, and in Decatur to hospice.
So if you're suffering the loss of a loved one, there
Please
are
reach
groups out there.
That has helped me
Good.
tremendously, is just reaching out and hearing other stories, because I'll tell a story and somebody else will go, I feel like that too, you know. And it's good to know that you're not alone, and it's okay not to be okay, and just let somebody know and talk about it.
You're available to speak at schools,
Yes.
churches?
I'm available, and I would like to one day, and I know that's something I said at my group in Florence when I first started over there, is try to find something in this area that welcomes like people that are just suffering with depression or something, that they just need to come to a group and share with others how they're feeling, and we can all go, yeah, I'm feeling like that too. Usually, I hope that someday a church, you know, here in Athens or in Madison area, we can have people, you know,
Regularly meet.
Yeah, regularly meet.
Yeah,
To do
that's
that.
awesome. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Still taking care of my family and working at Athens Hospital.
That's going to be a new question of mine. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being with us this
Thank you for
morning.
inviting
Again,
me.
tell us the Instagram and the Facebook page.
Okay, it's Instagram is Missing Dakota, and Facebook it's From Darkness into Light. And
All
yeah.
right. And of course, you know, we did share some photos there. Clint Lake did want me to make sure everyone knew you went to school with him, and he
Yes.
was much, much, much older. So
No, don't believe anything he said.
he was much, much, much older. All right. Well, get these T-shirts, $10. What a great way that you can help spread the word,
And
they can reach you through Facebook or
Yes.
Instagram
Right.
to get them. All right. Great. Anything else you want to say?
Well, that I started these shirts out just giving them away. I had them printed. I was not selling them.
You need to sell them. They cost money.
But I was paying for them out of my money. I just wanted somebody to have them. I would go out to people and I'd say, do you suffer with depression, anxiety, or stress? That's the first thing I said. Everybody usually can say yes. I can tell them my story. They tell me their story. They wear my shirt. I put them on my blog. And then if people
Just
started saying, hey, I want one of your shirts. I want one of your shirts. And I'm thankful that people want this suicide prevention and awareness there.
All right. 1-800-273-8255-TALK. If you need any information on how to get in touch with Gina, you can contact me. 256-603-4848. Gina, thank you so much for being here this morning. We're going to take a break. It's time for the guys to come up here and talk some car shows. We'll be back right after this.